Okay. I've intentionally turned the camera from seeing myself because I've decided to go live despite my public promises or whatever affirmations to not do it, to take a break. And the more I thought about it, and that's all I've really had to do with a sleepless night was think about a lot of things. No drinking tonight. Um, if there's one thing that's ever going to be clear about what this bizarre little channel and journey has been for me, as long as it lasts, I don't know. I know what the intention and the ambitions have been. And forgive me that I'm not going to look at the chat. I found a journal that I started before I started cataloging my life online. The first entry, there's pages ripped out from it, but the first entry is from 822 2000s before 9/11. It's like ancient history right here. So I start reading it because I'm compelled to. And right now I'm definitely identifying, being certain about how I feel. And when you have, when you suffer with any sort of mental illness, depression, bipolar, and as far as I know, that's what I have. It's an old diagnosis from when I was 19, and a lot's changed, and I guess, but some of it stayed the same. And I just find myself here right now because a lot of the things that I have experienced recently, I think, are pretty fantastical. Life is surely a trip, the good and the bad. And when the bad starts to occur, and in tandem with the unflinching unpredictability of one's own stability, if there's anything I wanted to make clear about what this is or what who I am, it's that I'm just human, and I dared to have like a little bit of a greater ambition. This idea about a community and doing good. How much good can I do if I'm no good? Right now, this is a low that I'm at. No sleep, um, and a lot of clarity, and a little book. And when I started to go through the start, see all that writing there at the start, it's the mind of somebody who took everything for granted. This was pre my addiction phase. This is my high school days right here in this book. This is when I was at my happiest, or what I thought was my happiest. Things were truly simpler, but I'm far too old to be regaling about high school and all that, but it's a trip, to really be able to see the blueprint of your mind growing, decaying, and regrowing. And essentially, that's what all this represents to me. I got page after page here of me just talking about, who I was hanging out with, who I was dating, the simple stuff, right? The things that when they're happening, we think it's the world. We think if we're not at that house party, oh man, we're not going to matter. We're not living our life to its full potential. Slowly, very, very slowly, for me, I had to realize personally that it wasn't always about that or being at the hottest party. I mean, I haven't thought in this way in a very long time. But I mean, I guess I'm trying to make comparisons of what I was like then to where I'm at now today with my life, full-time job, the social life that I'm just happy enough with, but I'm looking to improve, and this strange little YouTube journey that's brought many failures, and the successes are the good I feel that has been achieved. I found an entry from some random night at 5 o'clock in the morning, similar to this night right here. Oh, there's a letter to an ex-girlfriend I never sent or gave. So let's see, how much have I really changed? I didn't read this because I wanted to save this for a live. I do everything live. I thought about doing a pre-record. I just don't work like that. And usually I would feed off of the chat, but right now I feel I'm in some sort of self-imposed isolation, rambling on, and it's just what I do. There's no right or wrong way to really go about who you are. You can try to improve and learn from your mistakes. There will be people that you run into in your life that do not want you to move on. They do not want you to succeed. For whatever reason, some of them will think that you owe them every answer and accountability. Now, be you a religious person or not a religious person, let's say you are. Wouldn't wouldn't it be like who are you? I only answer to one. For a non-religious person, I guess it would just be I don't owe anybody anything unless I've made a promise to do something better than myself, right? And that's truly, despite what anybody believes, is what this journey's been about. So let me take a little trip down memory lane at a very obscure time, 4:30 a.m. And some years ago, maybe 20 years ago, at a 4:20 was the date at 5 a.m. I've been laying down for hours. As the smoke clears my head, I begin to think. My life has not been in great shape. I've lost the person I truly am in a thick fog of drugs. I've forgotten how to get joy out of life without weed. I refer to weed as a drug. This shows you how young I was, but I think at this time I started to experiment with the worst things. Pretty sure of it actually. I think it was after my first anxiety attack that I wrote this. I'm getting drawn into this environment more and more every day. I need a change. It doesn't lay in a pill. Oh, okay, now I know. I need to change my way of life. I need organization back in my life. I need new friends and a second chance. I need school, not a GED. My mind yearns for a great teacher to educate me, and now I am as willing as ever to learn. Going back to school will make me feel like I'm accomplishing something every day. So after I dropped out, because, I was this intelligent, popular high schooler that had it all figured out. Me and my boys, man, we were going to just quit school and smoke our lives away and never have a care in the world. Rock on. Write a letter to myself if I could. So, yeah, I dropped out for a year and then I went back to high school. So, I think this was the night I decided I was 18 and I still was able to get back into my original high school before I had to jump around schools for being a bit of a troublemaker or, a fight here and there. Nothing ever too serious. Not at this time, not yet. Let me see where I was. I'm accomplishing something every day. I just know that I can assert myself and do better. Going to school would be my best reason to quit the bullshit and get back on track. I have to do this. I owe it to myself and my family. I gotta do this before it's too late. I don't know how I feel about all that now. I don't know, really know, like, how do you measure personal success? Is it based on your social media posts? Is it if you're a married person or not a married person? If you are in love, if you're not in love, if you're surrounded by loved ones, that is a testament to true value, I think. And look, I understand and don't care if there are people that watch and just they don't want to jive with whatever I'm experiencing. That's okay. That's cool. This experience, it's here, and I don't really know. I don't know. I don't want to cast out because there's a community that I believe in. There's people that believe in me, and I'm not going to give up because of the people and the support and the positivity that I've discovered. And the negativity, no matter how massive it can feel and overwhelming, the good that's been accomplished can completely just blow everything out into the water, into the wind, into the void. Let me see what this is. I'm very curious. Now I'm just musing through this journal that's been around since 2000, moving from home to home with me, from trailer to home. This is the first house I've ever lived in my life. Another start. From this day forward, I leave my past behind. Always trying to escape my past, I am. That apparently hasn't changed. It appears people try to weaponize my past, but I embrace my past. I own up to my past. From here, I accept what I am. I cannot change who I am, only improve who I am. It can't matter how others view me, only how I view me. I will start by making a list of things I need, want to do. From today, I give myself till New Year's to do it. Oh boy. Oh, at least I accomplished this one. It took me 26 years to get a driver's license. Go me. Find myself. I'm tired of being lost. Be genuine, overcome insecurity. I noticed people have accused me of wanting to be liked. Yeah, I guess kind of universally in some sense, in a general aspect, but it's not terribly important to me. I've learned there's more substantial things. I've learned, even though I know I probably appear like a perfect candidate for people that want to get under my skin, and I'll be very transparent about that. And I'm learning, this whole YouTube thing, it happened fast and it's surreal. Guilty of letting people get under my skin, truly. And I'm still learning how to deal and cope with that, to put the things that are most important first and foremost. At least I found a good job, family, make them proud. Well, my father told me that he saw the interview I did with Sean from the Valdez family, and it made him proud. And that's something nobody can take away from me. In all these infinite moments, which is what insomnia feels like when you're sober, I actually had a pause and I thought, you know, I know this is a crazy idea, but risks, reward, and then practicality. I don't think they all fall in the same threshold here. But I truly thought, but who am I? But I truly thought, what if I called up the Valdez family and spoke to Sean and asked if I could go stay in Boonesville, Arkansas, so I can try to do better for them with this police chief, Ben Villarreal, who I feel botched the investigation and has led to a lot of pain to that family. And but then I'm there, and I find myself incapable of doing the goal I'm setting out to do. But I'm sharing what happens in this brain here, in this brain space of mine. Here's one of those poems that I kind of memorized. This is one that I recited to forget name dropping, to somebody that's been important in helping the channel. Let's see if I can give it a quick little read, and how relevant it is. I always got it wrong when I tried to remember it. Silent yet violent pain may turn me into a killer. As I get iller. I'm not an actor in some fucking thriller, because I can be a real manic maniac in panic, not satanic. It's just my mind in this chaotic state. It can't be fate. Maybe time can just rewind before I got tied up in this bind to the days when I shined. It's a race to embrace a simple smile. The hurt cannot be final, but I may revert back to being primal as I waste, bashing your face, trying to taste the rush of life. Oh, this gets dark, guys. I'm sorry. I'll pick up a knife, beat you like a wife beaten by a drunk. I've sunk. Now I'm just a crazy punk with nothing to lose, and I've had too much booze. My mind must have gone on a cruise. Bon voyage with the barrage of these fits, swinging fists blindly in a fury. My sight gets blurry, but my anger gets clear. It's no longer fear I express in this poem, but hate that never breaks. Hate for every smile I don't own. Envy for the love I've never known. Will I be shown the way of life, or must I do it all on my own? My existence requires persistence. The battle cannot be won. if I'm the only one fighting these thoughts, just trying to be at peace and not be a beast. I've been saying that poem wrong for quite a few years, mixing them all up in my head. I got pages here of every girl I ever dated, from my first crush in elementary school through middle school. What a wild ride, huh? Little short stories. See, I like to share everything. That's, I don't know the rules of labeling and micromanaging and packaging a channel. I just know that I had this idea, and the idea evolved, and I hoped to achieve something worthwhile, worthy, and good, despite everything and anything that's ever occurred, that's ever hurt somebody. Uh, I mean, I know personally, even though I'm the one that's always embracing discussion, to me there are definitely there's definitely individuals I have no interest in having discourse with. Yeah, me, the guy that embraces, let an invitation, let a divider be an invitation to conversation, not confrontation. Well, I guess from my perspective, I feel like it's hit its zenith, but you never know. The hits keep on coming. But I know this much. This thing, whatever it is, it has become what it is now. And I do intend to keep on trying to do something special with it. Since I was in elementary school, I used to draw my own comic books, write my own movie scripts, write my own novels in middle school. I, was in the drama club. I used to enjoy entertaining people, making people laugh, bringing people together. My father was a broadcaster, and he went to college for that. I was a DJ for 10 years. Some of my happiest moments while being employed was watching the magic of people feeling your groove and your rhythm. I don't know if I've lost sight or tapped into just that by finding myself with a YouTube channel. But I know the same sentiments that always brought me joy are still just that. And I will continue to try to be a better version of me every damn day. But for those that have already judged, I will not replace the judgments of those that have made up their minds. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I will just keep on keeping on. There are people now that I feel I owe my maximum effort. And yes, I need to take care of me, and I'll keep on doing the best I can. Hell, look, I am so damn human. I did that whole fiasco pouring a bottle of bourbon down the sink saying I was going to quit. Well, that failed. That lasted 4 nights. Here I am again. I'm trying this. Maybe it'll be my 20th or my 100th time, but if I keep trying, the chances of my goal actually being achieved are greater. People can mock, you failed at this and that, but it's better to have tried than not tried at all. So I know no matter what anybody says, the intentions in my heart, the goals that I believe as a community we can achieve are far greater if we are united, if we have a unified front. And the direction this channel is going, to go, uh, after tomorrow, after my last day off. I have a dentist appointment in, I don't know, 4 hours, but I do have plans. And for those of you that have agreed to stick along on this ride and not find any reason to have malice in your heart, my gratitude is eternal. And you guys truly gave me a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth lease on life. And I will not spit in the face of that. I won't let bipolar depression, my manic state and mind that flip flops and I'm unpredictable, that's not going to get in the way. I have my ideas, my ambitions, and my goals, and it's something greater than just myself. And that's what keeps me going, despite me constantly thinking, do I need this? Do I want this? I have found purpose in this greater than just getting a paycheck from my full time job. I enjoy making people laugh at my job and talking with customers when I'm not feeling all negative. But here, I just feel that the possibilities are greater than just waiting for my 401k and my stock options. So I guess I just wanted to be very transparent as I'm feeling very vulnerable. Again, no medication, no booze. This is just me sharing at another quarter to 5 in the morning hour. I wonder how many quarter to 5 in the mornings I've spent thinking about my life and its past. But the past is not holding me back. Now it's me in the present. Let's see if I can treat the obstacle that is me as just that and do something great. Not for my own greatness, but for a community and the people that I have been able to connect with. It replaces so much of the negative I've experienced, and I've said that time and time again because that's what my heart feels. So good night. Maybe I'll try to get 2 hours rest, and that's all I got to say. Not even going to look at the chat. I'm just going to go. Hi guys. Good night.